it was never something we took the time to take care of, in a sense. So, like, we acknowledged this was a problem, and then nothing was done with it. It just continued to be a problem. The time was never taken to fix it. The time was never taken to take care of it.
How is that not true? Besides the emergency situations of having to be hospitalized, I definitely went to the counseling center at Howard consistently. I definitely went to the counseling center at MedStar consistently. I definitely was on medication, and you told me you didn't like how it was.
I didn't.
Why are you lying on me, dog?
I did not like it at all.
So how can I not be doing anything for my mental health and you not, like, what? You're lying on me.
I see you put effort in a lot of things. I really do.
So I didn't do enough effort. Say that. Make your judgment, but don't sit there and act like I'm just sitting here having fucking anxiety attacks and manic episodes and not trying to deal with it too.
So you have always gone for a period of time.
Okay.
But it was never a consistent thing.
Okay. You just started your statement as it was never handled. You never did anything. And now we're at, oh, you did it for a period of time. This is the shit that I've been through for all these years of how you say one thing and then 2 seconds later the story changes.
If you let me finish
and the story
talking.
changes. All right, I'm done talking. Go.
It was always a temporary fix. There's never been a permanent fix even to this day. There's not a permanent solution.
Good thing it's not your problem anymore. Let's go next.
It'll always be my problem.
No, it won't be. It literally got shit. I will literally never tell you anything about what's going on with me again. We got our kids. We'll take care of that. But my mind, yes, my mind is dark. And there's a lot of things wrong with it. But I'll be damned if someone makes me feel some type of, like, shame for the shit that I go through. And act like I haven't been doing my part. And act like I don't need it from you anymore. I am over it. Next question. Whatever the fucking picture is, what do you want to do?
Let's just get through these last two. I'll read them both.
No. Just read one.
Would you take me back if I did all those things to you? No.
All right, last question.
Where do we go from here? Well, you just answered that.
Go ahead.
I think we'd be great friends. Take care of the things in ourselves that need to be taken care of and see what happens.
What are we seeing?
We've already had this conversation.
No, we ain't seeing shit.
Yeah, we'll see.
Let's hear
You're
this.
saying that now, but we'll see. You act like you don't love me. Like, this pain is like, this is the reason we're doing this video, to get through this and to hear both sides. I'm going to read my poem. I'm going to just go ahead and read the poem.
Wait.
Just see how we're laughing now? We go from 0 to 1,000. Like, this is the relationship. 1 minute she ready to choke me out, cover my face with a pillow, and the next minute she's laughing and wants to hug and touch.
I don't want to touch you.
You wouldn't kiss me right now. Say you wouldn't kiss me right now. You wouldn't kiss me right now?
No.
You wouldn't.
I would not.
Anyway. You tell your first live for these 2 videos.
Oh, yeah.
But
that was so sweet.
I'm holding hands.
No, at least you know. At least you know.
That you're lying.
You just admitted that I'm telling the truth.
No,
so
she's
maybe
been
I
telling
would
the
have
truth.
kissed you. Whatever.
I'm like the 100. Like, me being 100% honest, there was moments and times where I was really, really proud of her. She's really. Anybody who knows her knows all these amazing, crazy things she does. The issue, my biggest issue I have with Tiffany is that she takes care of everybody else and does not take care of herself. And anybody can attest to that. And that's my problem. I see her bend over backwards, move mountains for people to get them to accomplish whatever it is they want to accomplish and help them in whatever way she can. But she will run herself ragged to do it. And she does not take care of herself. And that's why I have an issue. And that's why I get issues with the people around you, because I watch you. I'm at home with you all the time. I see you staying up at night, researching this and that. I see you planning. I see you coordinating things for all these people. And then once you ran ragged, once everybody gets what they need, once everybody's happy with all the work you've done, now I'm trying to put you back together. and that's consistent. But anyways, I'm gonna read my poem. I just wrote it, so I don't have it memorized.
Why did you write this? And you didn't tell me.
So here's the thing. For a long time, so there's a lot. So like Tiffany said in this video, she doesn't really know me that well. Our relationship's been me taking care of her, and I don't express myself.
You're not gonna make that conclusion because I take care of you.
No,
too,
you
not
take
just
care of
in
me. Not.
pause.
I'm talking about like on a deep. She doesn't know all the things I can do.
You have not given me access to your
facts,
a lot of your past, and a lot of your emotions.
All right, that's completely true.
So you saying, oh,
for
you're
example,
taking care of
real
me
quick, for example,
what you told me that you needed was a traditional wife, right? You needed someone that was going to bring in money.
To be
you
honest,
needed
I
someone
don't even remember having that conversation. I don't. I'm just being honest. I don't remember ever
when
even telling you what I wanted.
When I told you I didn't want kids anymore, and you said no, well, that's a done deal because I want this many kids.
No, I did.
When I told you, like all the things that West Indians do, and like, is that what you want?
I was like, hell yeah, that's dope as fuck.
So you just said we didn't have this conversation.
No, you see the difference?
You just said we didn't have this conversation.
I said I don't remember saying those things. She described a wife, and I was like, fuck yeah, that's dope. I want that. Like, who wouldn't say that? Like, come on.
So what the things you used to say though, it was word though, like in terms of like it was law.
Yeah, that was
how I was raised. That was
before she really got like.
That was how.
Fucking, I'm a woman. I'm a run this shit. But back when it first got started, if I was like, hey, I'm hungry. If I just mentioned, I was like, damn, I'm hungry, and like there'll be food. It'll just appear, and I was like, I didn't even ask for nothing. I just thought about food, and it showed up. Like
that's how we are. So you can't say that I wasn't. You were just taking care of me because I took care of everything you told me to take care of.
Yeah.
I didn't guess anything.
And it wasn't until long later when yeah, that's fair. I don't know. You're right.
So why'd you write the poem?
All right. So, for example, for the first like 2-3 years of our relationship, Tiffany didn't think I could cook. She didn't think I could cook at all. I'd never cooked. She cooked all the meals. I cooked breakfast, like oatmeal, omelets, You
didn't cook breakfast. You cooked a breakfast once or twice that 2-3 years.
So she knows how to cook. So one Valentine's Day, I messed it up. I had it going good. And I was, rose petal walkway, flowers at the door, roses all over the place, cooked this steak, asparagus dinner, candlelight, all that. And she's like, where'd all this food come from? I cooked. I threw that out. She's like, you can cook. And even then, she was like, kind of tasting it.
I don't eat other people's food.
Then when she still don't eat other people's food. And she only eats certain things I cook.
All right.
But yeah, so that was the first time she realized I can cook, and she started making me cook a lot more after that. So another thing, she's always writing poems. She's always writing poems and stuff. And I never said I could write a poem and stuff like that. So I wrote a poem because she doesn't think I can. All right. So because you didn't think I could write a poem, I wrote a poem.
I didn't have an opinion on whether or not you could write a poem.
Okay, so I just did something you didn't think didn't know I had the.
I was indifferent to that. I didn't think you were a poet. No, I didn't know you wrote.
Well, I wrote it.
The only time you've ever written a poem.
Now the trick is to see if I can do spoken word.
The only time you ever written a poem, and you didn't even let me read it, was after that 7-year-old passed away.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. We ain't gonna talk about that. All right, so the title of my poem is "I Didn't Cheat." Did I? Don't interrupt me throughout my poem. Let me get through this.
Okay, hold on.
All right.
Hold on. Joel? Oh, Jesus. Oh, okay.
I didn't cheat.
Okay.
Did I? We defined what this relationship was from the start. All she wanted from me was my heart. To use to understand love and protection, I must find where I failed in this reflection. My body was mine to use as I pleased. Having my body to just her was not something she would need. So how could I cheat? Not in a traditional way. My one rule was broken, but at some point down the line, I took my heart away. Mary J and our relationship was not a part of the plan. No matter what I said, she just wouldn't understand. Her mind was made up, and there's no changing that. I had to accept what I couldn't change and adapt. But did I cheat? We experienced the loss, and my heart was broken too. So I just followed your lead and did what you wanted to do. I said having a house guest was not the move. But again, you made up your mind and did what you wanted to do. Don't take it like I'm blaming you. I should have put a stop to the fun we all had, and it wasn't just up to you. And when it came to pick sides, I chose the wrong one. I thought I finally had somebody that understood your health too, and that was dumb. The result was after that summer, our relationship was done. You were hurting and blaming me, and I didn't care to fix it. I was hurting and blaming you, and I didn't try to voice it. But I didn't cheat, did I? I failed. Chance after chance to figure this out. Chance to save what we had with someone I truly cared about. Chance to voice my side of things and make things right. Chance to sit down and just talk about it rather than fight. Chance to hold you and stop your tears at night. Chance to change the dynamic of our relationship and treat you right. Chance after chance I failed to take. So many chances that if I said sorry now, it would just sound fake. If this is the end, it isn't on you. You voiced everything you needed, and I didn't come through. So in my reflection, I accept your decision without question. I didn't cheat, but I failed you.
You're such a fuckboy, dog.
How?
So how do you remember that you...
Did you like my poem?
How do you remember that you could do physically what you wanted, right? And not remember what I defined cheating as? What was my definition of cheating?
I took
What was my
heart.
definition
So
of
your
cheating?
definition was an emotional connection with somebody else.
How many times did you do that in our relationship?
So
Was it done? Yes or no? How did you not cheat? I don't get it.
I didn't have an emotional connection to anybody but you.
So these people just thinking they're going to be with you,
Was
talking to other
dumb.
people. But you put that, like, I can't. If your girl tells you that if you slip up, if you got to do this, if you got to do that, it's not the end game. Because it's just that. I'm a science teacher. Physical, biological responses happen. It's pheromones. It's a whole bunch of other shit that goes into this. I get it. So if that's what you wanted to do and you did it, it's not going to end it. That's what I said, right? Emotional connections. You don't have to, unless your game is weak, you don't have to talk about no girl's future to get her in bed with you. You don't have to. You don't have to talk about no girl's feelings to get in bed with her. You don't have to do all these things you were doing. You don't have to talk about me at all. Like, that is an emotional connection. When she thinks she can say something about my life. When she thinks she can, like, have some authority over you and the things you do and how you're moving. Like, what do you mean? That's the definition of an emotional connection. You're literally not talking to me about our issues. You're going to her or someone else. What the fuck do you mean?
The only issues...
If you say it was on some friend shit, I'm about to fuck your ass up. And I don't even believe in domestic violence.
Idle threat. If you say... what was I about to say before you said that?
Bullshit. Like, the whole poem is bullshit. It's just, you are just...
That is a great poem.
No,
I thought you were going to love that poem.
Damn.
I thought that poem was good.
Oh my God, you said that I can cheat sometimes and it would amend our marriage.
Whoa, that's not what you said.
No, I mean, not cheat. Sorry, forgive me. You can have physical and intercourse with other people sometimes, and it's not going to end my relationship. Because that's not what I was ever, like, sex is amazing, but I needed a partner. I needed someone that I could feel safe with. That's all I needed. And that's what you said you were going to be. So that's why sex wasn't a big deal to me if you felt like you're in a military person. I didn't want any surprises. To be frank, I didn't want no surprises. I've seen it 1,000 times before, especially in my community of men coming in, oh, he cheated, I don't want to go through the theatrics. Listen, you needed to get it in, and you got it in, it was over. That's never how you move, though.
That's how I thought I was moving.
You were not. Your game is so whack. It's literally an emotional relationship.
I didn't think it was.
So the point is, your poem was bullshit. And that's why I wasn't going to stop my fucking game for your dumbass poem, because I knew it was about to be dumb as shit.
I thought my poem was great.
And I done swore so much, and I wasn't trying to swear today.
You mean for the video? Because a day, nah.
Is there anything else you think I need to know?
I think we're good here.
I'm dead ass.
I think we're
I'm
good
not talking
here.
about this shit no more, dog.
You feel like you've gotten everything out and you can move on? That's the real question. This is for you.
I think I've gotten everything that I need to hear from you. In terms of being done and moving on, I think I got a lot to process in therapy. Like,
Facts.
I really feel like played by you in the
I don't understand
most
why.
devastating way. Because you told me you were gonna be there. You told me you were good.
No, I dropped the ball.
You told me. I
did.
literally asked you. I would ask you in the hospital bed, "Are you sure you're good? You can leave." I told you in the Howard University psych ward before we even married.
I was good.
Like, if you can't handle this, leave. Because I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know how, like, my mind was going to go. And I told you, if you couldn't handle it, please just leave me now. I was looking out for you because I wanted you to be good. And then
good.
8 years later, we got to break up because you're not good anymore and you're sharing it with other people. Like, we could have just avoided all of this shit.
All I'm gonna say to that is 8 years later.
I know we had great experiences. Our kids are beautiful. I'm not regretting it.
No, I'm not talking
What
about
I'm
that.
saying is, like, I checked in with you.
Everybody checked in at the beginning.
I still checked in with you throughout our relationships. Jamal, don't I apologize every time I have an anxiety attack?
Yeah.
Don't
and what do I tell
don't
you?
I apologize every time that I wake you up from a nightmare?
And what do I tell you?
Didn't I sleep on the couch all those months because I didn't want to wake you up from my anxiety? Like, I wasn't there for you, trying to be there for you while I was literally losing my mind? And you really acting like...
I don't know why you're feeling like I'm acting like anything.
You should have been honest. The same way you could be honest with her and
That just
her
sounds crazy to
and
me.
her about you not being okay. You could have told me because
I don't
I
think so.
asked you. I asked you multiple times.
Yeah, I don't think that's an appropriate thing to do. I understand what you're saying, but I don't agree with it.
So you think it's inappropriate for you to tell me that you're not okay with handling the shit that I'm going
While
through?
you're going through stuff and you're needing me and you're having these episodes, I guess, and you say, "Are you good?" How the hell am I supposed to be like, "Nah, I'm not. This is getting too much." Like, what? Hell no, I'm not gonna say some shit like that.
But then how do you...
There's never a time for me to say, and I tried subtly to be like, "Hey, you're doing too much. Hey, you need to relax. Hey, don't take on that other program."
That's not saying that you're not good.
No, that's me stopping you from going to that place. See, the thing is, I'm there the whole time. I'm watching you pile things onto your plate.
It
And at
doesn't
the end of
matter,
it all is
Jamal.
when you crash.
In my
and when you're done.
in my head, it's not.
So while you're doing it, I was like, "Hey, you shouldn't do that. Slow down. You're doing too much.
That
Hey, you
doesn't
got
tell-
classes and
But
you got
you're
school and you got
judging-
after school and you got
when
this."
when you're telling me that, it sounds like you're worried about me.
Yeah.
And pause. And in my body, I'm saying, nah, I'm good. I'm going to keep going. In no way in my thoughts am I thinking he's telling me this because he's not going to be able to handle my next anxiety attack. So I need to, like, slow down.
It's.
Do you not get
I
what I'm
want the
saying?
anxiety attack not to happen.
I understand that, but that's not, you know you're not going to be able to
You
get me to
can't
not do
keep
something for
going
somebody.
until you
I
crash
am going to
mentally and
continue
physically.
to help people. That's just what I do. The point,
It's not healthy.
Okay, we'll deal with that another day. The point is that that wasn't what I was asking. I wasn't asking for you to tell me when to not do a program, when not to do an event, when not to get a third, fourth degree.
No, but
what I'm saying is those opportunities when I was generally asking you, are you good? How can I help you? How can I help you through the situation? And you told me that you were good. That was a lie. And that's a part of the issue in our relationship. It was a lot. Based off what you're telling me, it was often a lie.
Yeah, but...
And you shouldn't, because that
is not a time to tell somebody that.
That's not fair, though. That's not fair, though, because that was one of the reasons I was in a relationship with you in the first place.
But it's not appropriate.
I knew I was sick, Jamal. I knew I was sick, and I would never put that on anybody. And I openly talked with you in the rest of the world. All you can go, but no, that is not fucking true. I've been talking about my mental health for years. Don't even do that, because it was before I even met you. Period. This has been my thing for a long time because I am tired of people killing themselves and thinking they're alone. It ain't been no fucking recent. You knew what I was going through. Mm-hmm. And I told you what would happen, and I don't know if it would get worse than this. And I checked in with you repeatedly to make sure you were still good. You told me when we got into this relationship that you were going to be down for me. I didn't hide no fucking psych ward. I didn't hide no fucking medication list. Hell, I was living with you for 2 weeks when I was banned from campus because I was so mentally ill. So now, all these years later, and our relationship is ending because you couldn't handle it anymore and you decided to deal with it with other people is forever going to break me. Because I would have never gotten a relationship if I knew that's how you were. Period.
I didn't know that would happen. Like, what do you mean? You
said that you would be there.
And
so you deciding that's no longer that you're going to be there, you could have told me right then and there before you were going to talk to anybody else.
I never decided.
You could have deaded it right there is what I'm saying. When you felt like this was overwhelming, you should have let go of the relationship. We shouldn't be gone through all this.
Even when it became overwhelming, I didn't stop being there.
When it became overwhelming, you started doing other things that will add to my pain. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
No, I understand that.
So what I'm saying is, it's not right for you to think like you want to be you're hurting me and you want to be the caregiver too. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, Jamal. At that point, you were not the one for me anymore. And that it was unfair of you to keep that from me and create these issues. It was completely unfair. Just because what? You didn't want to be single? Just because my mouth is good? Just because my food is good? Just because, you know what I'm saying? Like, what, Jamal? You decided that this was too much for you. So you were going to move differently and communicate with these people. When you could have just said, this relationship ain't for me no more. And I would have probably cut off 20 years of therapy I'm going to not have to go through. And drama with irrelevant ass bitches that I should have never had drama with. And memories and arguments that we should have never had. You stopped feeling me, and that was okay.
No, I still feel you.
You stopped feeling me in a way that I needed, in a way that you made a vow to protect me. And you should have named that and walked away. Now I'm done.
Is it going to be a part 3 or?
No, this is it. This is it.
So that's it from us.
You can have your ring, get your little come up. It's like you're going to get 2 tax seasons. This is the last year. Married filing. On the show for you. It's the last year we married filing jointly. So you got your little half right there, half that we're going to split up. It was a good run, homie.
You act like we ain't about to go have sex.
We ain't not about to. No. Oh God, we might have to cut that out. Can I get a handshake?
No,
please.
Absolutely
Can
not.
Can we please?
I'll give you a hug.
Can we get?
I hug my friends.
You do hug your friends.
You ain't shit.
All right. Bye, Jamal. It's not like we're not gonna see each other, but still.
We get in the same car.
I'm dead ass.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for doing this with me, for real. This was like very
I'm not high-fiving.
very
Enlightening.
Yeah.
Educational.
I get it. I know where I went wrong.
All sides
I know where
included.
you went wrong. I know that
where I
I'm still
went
pretty.
wrong.
I know that
my
you still like
mistakes.
other bitches. And it's gonna be great.
Wow.
I'm joking, Jamal. Awesome real shit. It was dope. Our relationship was dope. It was
It's
long.
dope.
We were young. And it's just over. That's it. Shit happens.
It's halftime.
I'm done.
We'll see.
I'm taking off the mic. I'm done.
You get a bigger ring.
Oh no, a bigger ring ain't gonna do shit.
Isn't that what rich people do?
In the video.
Nigga.